The brave little squirrel. Deep in the heart of Whispering Woods lived a tiny squirrel named Nutty. Unlike most squirrels who spent their days gathering nuts and racing through treetops, Nutty had big dreams. He wanted to be the bravest animal in the forest. He often watched the larger animals like the mighty bear or the swift deer, and imagined himself one day saving the forest from great danger. One chilly autumn morning, as Nutty scurried around collecting acorns, he overheard some of the older animals talking in hushed voices. Dark storm clouds were gathering on the horizon, and a massive storm was heading toward the forest. The animals were worried that the storm could destroy their homes and scatter their food supplies. As Nutty looked up at the darkening sky, he knew this was his moment. He'd heard stories from his grandmother about the legendary storm stone, a powerful stone hidden deep within the dark woods. The stone was said to calm even the fiercest of storms. If Nutty could find it, he could save the forest and prove himself a hero. Without wasting any time, Nutty grabbed his trusty acorn pouch, stuffed it with his favorite snacks, and set off on his adventure. The wind began to howl as he left the shelter of his cozy tree. Nutty scampered across the windy meadow, his tiny paws struggling against the force of the gusts. The trees around him bent and swayed, and leaves whipped through the air like a whirlwind. But Nutty was determined. He wasn't going to let anything stop him. As he entered the dark woods, the trees became taller and the shadows grew thicker. Nutty's heart pounded, but he pressed on. Soon, he encountered a wise old owl perched on a high branch. "What brings you to the dark woods, little squirrel?" the owl hooted. "I'm looking for the storm stone to stop the storm and save the forest," Nutty replied, his voice filled with determination. The owl blinked slowly and nodded. "It's a dangerous journey for one so small, but your heart is brave. The storm stone lies beyond the Black River, but be warned, the river is wild, and few have crossed it." Thanking the owl, Nutty continued on his way. After what felt like hours, he finally reached the Black River. The water roared as it rushed past, dark and fast. Nutty's paws trembled, but he knew he had to cross. Gathering his courage, Nutty spotted a fallen tree that stretched across the river like a bridge. He carefully made his way across, his paws slipping on the wet bark as the wind whipped at him from all sides. Just as he reached the other side, a gust of wind nearly knocked him into the river, but Nutty held on, his heart pounding in his chest. With a sigh of relief, Nutty made it across and soon spotted a shimmering glow up ahead. It was the storm stone. Glowing faintly at the base of a towering tree, the stone looked like it was made of swirling clouds and lightning. Nutty approached it cautiously, his paws still shaking from the dangerous crossing. As he touched the stone, a calm energy flowed through him. The wind around him began to die down, and the trees stopped swaying. Nutty smiled, knowing he had done it. He picked up the storm stone, carrying it carefully in his tiny paws, and made his way back to the forest. By the time Nutty returned, the storm had passed and the sun was peeking through the clouds. The animals were astonished to see Nutty holding the legendary storm stone. They gathered around him, cheering and celebrating. Nutty, the tiny squirrel with a brave heart, had saved the forest. From that day on, Nutty wasn't just any squirrel. He was known as the bravest animal in Whispering Woods. Just like Nutty saved his forest, you too can be brave and take on big challenges. If you loved Nutty's adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heroic tales. You never know what brave adventure awaits next time.